From Studio A, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to a half hour of challenging questions and answers. We hope you've enjoyed the wonderfully exciting games we presented on our show over the past few weeks. But today we have two newcomers. We have Ephrata and Trinity. Who's going to return for a second appearance? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's play our game. Here comes today's opening round. We have 10-point questions and one big brain buster brought to you by Turkey Hill. Welcome to all six of you. Pick up those signaling buttons and let's use them frequently, beginning now with this 10-point question. When Queen Elizabeth II died, she left her beloved horses and what kind of dogs? Hannah?
Corgi.
The corgis is the correct answer for 10 points. It's the imaginary line at 0 degrees latitude that divides the Earth equally.
The equator.
The equator, it divides the Earth equally into two hemispheres. Protons are positive, electrons are negative. What subatomic particles? Nicholas?
Neutrons.
Neutrons have no electric charge. Good anticipation. Shelley wrote one to a skylark. Keats wrote one to a nightingale. What kind, Allie?
Ode.
Odes are the kind of lyric poems that we were going for. You are correct for 10 points. Some animals, like buzzards and human beings, are homeothermic. What's the more common term for animals like you that maintain? Nicholas?
Warm-blooded.
They're warm-blooded, a relatively constant body temperature. Created in 1909, it was a new synthetic form of cocaine, hence its name. It numbs nerve endings and is used as an anesthetic by doctors and dentists. What is it?
Novocaine?
Novocaine is what helps us when we get cavities, yes. Fill in the blank. In a speech at the 1901 Minnesota State Fair, Theodore Roosevelt said, "There is a homely adage which runs, speak softly and carry..." Alex.
A big stick?
I'm sorry, no, I'm going to complete the question for Ephrata. Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go... Nicholas.
Far.
Far, yes, for success, take a nicer approach, even though everyone knows you can be more forceful. Good for you, 10 points coming your way. Calculus is divided into two kinds. One is integral. What's the other? Hannah?
Derivative.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Trinity? Allie?
Differential?
Differential's the correct answer. In 1732, the German government urged doctors to tell their patients not to drink coffee, thought to be a devilish drink, claiming it caused sterility. In protest, this man composed the Coffee Cantata. Who was he? Nicholas?
J.S. Bach.
He's the one. Yes, good for you. On June 10th, 2022, it's now time for today's Big Brain Buster. Brought to you by Turkey Hill for 10 points and a gift certificate for Turkey Hill ice cream for everyone on the team. On June 10th, 2022, she would have turned 100 years old. To celebrate her birthday, theaters across the country played The Wizard of Oz. Nicholas?
Betty White.
No, sorry, incorrect. I'm going to complete the question for Trinity. Who is the star, singer, and Allie?
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland is the musical icon who played Dorothy. Congratulations, Trinity. You probably just call it a barcode, but that pattern of black and white stripes is really a UPC. What does UPC stand for? Allie?
Universal Product Code.
You are correct. Your guess worked in your favor. Yuma, Arizona is the largest city on this river. What is this great river of the southwestern United States? Allie again.
The Rio Grande.
No, sorry, incorrect. Ephrata. Chemo.
Colorado.
The Colorado River is correct for 10 points. It's a dye derived from lichens that turns red when dipped in acid and blue when dipped in a base. What is it called? Allie?
Litmus?
It is. It's litmus paper. Yes, it's based on the travels of an American author, Jack Kerouac, and his friends. Allie?
On the Road?
On the Road is what generated the beat and counterculture generations. It surrounds the Kaaba in Mecca, in the Mecca province of Saudi Arabia. What is Masjid al-Haram? Nicholas?
A mosque.
It is a mosque, the site of the pilgrimage in the Hajj. This unit of measurement comes from the Greek word to measure. What is the SI base unit of length in the metric system? Allie?
Meters?
Meters, correct. Alfred Lord Tennyson's The Ides of the King and T.H. White's The Once and Future King are both about the same king. Allie?
King Arthur.
King Arthur is the literary king. The F in FM radio stands for frequency. What characteristic of a wave is the A in AM radio? Allie again.
Amplitude.
Amplitude, correct again. He published On the Revolution of the Heavenly Spheres just before his death in 1543. Who was this Polish astronomer? Nicholas.
Copernicus.
He's the one. One was William, the other was Arthur. One wrote the words, the other wrote the music for the Gondoliers and the Mikado. What were their last names? Allie.
Leonard and Bernstein.
No. The correct answer is Gilbert and Sullivan. Leonard Bernstein is the composer of West Side Story. But that sound takes us to the end of the round and to our first break. Gives us all a chance to catch our breath for a moment. But we have a lot more game coming up, including the one-on-one rapid fire and team lightning rounds, when WGAL 8 Brainbusters continues after this.
WGAL 8 Brainbusters will return after this. Participants on WGAL 8 Brainbusters each receive a portable power bank for mobile devices, and the top 4 winning teams will share grants totaling $10,000. So good luck, teams. Now, here's Rich with our coaches and alternates.
Well, hi, welcome back. Boy, we have a great game going 80-110. Our teams are nice and evenly matched, and that's thanks in large part to our coaches. First, this is Miss Christy Miller. She's the math teacher at Ephrata. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming back and bringing such a strong and competitive team to Studio A. So let's find out a little bit about her. We all have some hidden talents. Can you share with us one or two of your hidden talents?
Yeah, so I spent most of my high school career twirling fire batons. Juggling, twirling batons, competing.
Like, is it in the band or?
It was with like an organization. It wasn't with the school band, but.
So is this something that you would revisit and consider doing again?
Yeah, I still have my fire batons and my batons at home. That sometimes I break them out when.
Wow,
I'm
fantastic!
feeling up to it.
Interesting. You're the first fire baton person that we've had, students and coaches alike. Thank you for coming. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for bringing such a great team. Jared Urego, it's great to have you here, and you are a sophomore.
Yes, I am.
And it's great to have you here. And you know what we all own certain things, and I'm trying to think how to word this because there's certain possessions. I guess my phone is one thing that I really cherish, but you have something that you really cherish.
Right, yeah. I have a Fender Stratocaster that my parents got me. And it's important to me not only because I'm so passionate about music, but because I know it's a heartfelt gift from my parents.
And so is this something you do use it in practice?
I use it daily, yeah.
How interesting. Well, thank you very much for sharing, enlightening us, no doubt. And now let's move over to Trinity High School. This is the coach who last year did very well with their teams. They came in second place, actually, Mrs. Amy Kerstetter, La Señora Kerstetter. She is the Profesora de Español at Trinity, and thank you very much for coming here. I'm always curious, and let's see if we can find out. You know, teachers spend a lot of time preparing over the summer for their upcoming school year, but you also spend time with your family and some other special things, activities that you do over the summer.
Yes, during the summer I catch up on rest. I spend time with my family. My husband is also a teacher, so we're lucky to have summers together at home with our 2 sons.
Any vacations planned?
We are going to Myrtle Beach this summer.
And yes, I know you have to plan in advance, no
Yes.
doubt. The people are really traveling today. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having
both
us.
of you, all of you, for being such a great competitive team. Let's get back to work because it's now time for today's one-on-one rapid fire round where we pit our individual players against each other. And, of course, we find out what's going on in their very busy lives. So first, it's a pleasure to welcome for the first time from Ephrata, Kimo Washington. And you are a sophomore. It's great to have you here, and thank you so much for participating with us. So hopefully you weren't pushed and convinced to try to be on here because everybody's reluctant about something in their life, but there's something that stands out that you were convinced to participate in, and now you're happy that you did it.
For me, before the season ended for 2021, our football team was doing pretty good, and I figured now is my time to jump in and really pursue that goal that I've had for a little while. So my friends convinced me to finally make the final push and join the team.
And you feel better because of it? You're stronger,
Absolutely.
certainly. There's no doubt about it. That's a good workout. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for participating. Now we meet Ethan Brown is a junior. We recognize you from last season because you were on the team from Trinity, and it's great to welcome you back. And now that you're a junior, you have to start outlining your goals, and you're narrowing down where you would consider going to college.
Yeah, right now my first choice is the University of Tennessee, and I'm thinking about studying chemical engineering or chemistry.
Okay, well, it's a great school. It's not too far, but far enough away from home, and I'll bet they have great food there. Ethan and Chemo, let's put you two one-on-one. The name of this country's currency comes from the Japanese word for round. What is it? Chemo.
Yen.
Yen is the correct answer for 10 points. Capitol Hill is in Washington, D.C. And what city is Capitoline Hill? Ethan.
Rome.
Rome. It's one of the 7 hills of Rome, yes. The asteroid belt is a moving band of rubble between 2 planets. Which 2? Chemo.
Mars and Jupiter.
You are correct. Good for you. Great game going, as we said, 100 to 120. It's now time to meet our 2 captains. Now, first from Ephrata, a pleasure to welcome once again Hannah Logue. You are a senior. And, you know, this is sort of funny. I guess, I don't know if you want to be famous, but there's people that decided that you might be?
Yeah, I'm a big morning announcements gal, you know, a little bit of dabbling in theater early on in middle school, but I was voted most likely to be famous for the senior superlatives this year, and, you know, unspecified fame, but people expect me to be famous nonetheless, so.
Well, do you sing? Do you dance?
No, I don't really sing or dance. I do like pep rallies. I'm the student council president, so people see me a lot. I'm very much an active figure in the school community, so thinking maybe that was the basis of that decision.
Well, you're almost famous, and you're certainly famous right here on
TV.
WGAL 8 Brainbusters. Allie Arnold is a senior over at Trinity. You were on last year's team, and we thank you so much for returning. And obviously, we've seen you've answered a lot of literature questions in round 1. That's because you're quite the reader. But there's one book that stands out.
Yes, so my favorite book of all time ever is Lolita by Nabokov. It was kind of a gateway into this passion I have for Russian literature because it's by a Russian author. It's very much a distinctive style. And it's one of the most beautiful books I've ever read.
You know, that book's been banned in some libraries, believe it or not. Allie and Hannah, pick up those signaling buttons, and we're going to put you two one-on-one. They provide as much as half the calories in our diet, mostly in the form of starch and sugar. What, Allie?
Carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates are these high-energy compounds. Here's some lyrics from a song in 2019. Name the song that spent 17 weeks as #1. I got the horses in the back. Hannah.
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. You didn't let me finish it. I was practiced that for a long time. And finally, it's the national religion of Thailand, practiced by almost 95% of the population. What religion is it? Allie?
Sikhism?
Oh, no, sorry, that's incorrect. Hannah.
Buddhism.
Buddhism is correct. Good for you for 10 points. Boy, look at those scores, 120 to 130. Our teams are neck and neck as we meet our final players. So first from Ephrata, a pleasure to welcome back Nicholas Ryan. You've been here before, and you're only a sophomore. You did really well in that first round of play, and it's great to have you back. So like Allie, you have a favorite book. Tell us about your favorite book.
Yeah, my favorite book is The Great Gatsby by Scott Fitzgerald. I read it over this summer, and I thought maybe I would just read a bit of it and then finish it the next day, but I loved it so much I ended up staying up all night just to finish it.
Oh, I love that feeling. Now, have you seen the movie?
No, not yet.
Yeah, well, good, don't, because I think it'll take away from that joy and of your own imagination, in my opinion. Alex Marinick is a sophomore from Trinity, first time here, and it's such a pleasure to welcome you here. And we've all done brave things in our lives. My gosh, I did zip lining once. That was pretty brave on my part. But there's something that really stands out as something brave that you did. What is that?
Probably be here today.
And why is that?
I'm pretty nervous right now.
You are pretty nervous. Well, I'm going to see if I can relax you. Alex and Nicholas, we're going to put you two one-on-one. Either of you can buzz in, and good luck to both of you. On March 12, 1933, FDR gave the first of these radio talks to explain, Nicholas.
Fireside Chats.
They are fireside chats. They are the title characters in the Shakespearean play whose other characters include nurse, an apothecary, friar. Alex.
Romeo and Juliet.
You are correct. Good for you. And finally, the flute, piccolo, English horn, bassoon, clarinet, and oboe all belong, Nicholas.
Woodwind.
They're all woodwinds. Those are the type of musical instruments. Wow, what a great game going. It's 140 to 140. Great time to pick up the pace and play today's 60-second Team Lightning round. Hannah, You select first because Nicholas, though tie score, he answered the last question correctly. So you will select first among these three quizzes. We have potpourri, potpourri to the X, and potpourri begins with P.
I think we should do begins with P.
Yeah, sure.
Potpourri begins with P, please.
Potpourri is the only word, is not the only word that begins with P. So do all the answers in this quiz. For 10 perfectly pleasant points, identify these people, places, and particular things that all begin with the letter P. Now, Hannah, I take your answers, the team's answer. Kimo and Nicholas are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck, and here we go. A mythical bird, or the capital of Arizona.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Correct. This cheese used on Italian dishes was first made in Parma, Italy.
Parmesan.
Correct. This country borders Brazil, Bolivia, and Argentina.
Peru.
Peru.
Paraguay, the chemical element with the symbol K.
Potassium.
Correct. He wrote letters to the Romans, Corinthians, and Ephesians.
Paul.
Paul.
Paul is correct. This Jewish holiday celebrates the exodus of the Hebrews from
Passover.
Egypt. Passover is correct. If you're having problems with your feet, this is the doctor to go to.
Podiatrist.
Correct. In this classic video game, a yellow circle eats pills and chases monsters.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, yes. The dispensers of these small candies are collector's items.
Pez.
Pez is correct. This hobbit goes from Frodo to take the ring to Mount Doom.
Pass.
Pippin, the harsh desert plateaus of Argentina and Chile.
Patagonia.
Patagonia.
Correct. In New Orleans, it's what they call a submarine sandwich.
Pass.
A poor boy, or po' boy. If you collect stamps, this is your hobby.
Pass.
Philatelity. This character from children's books was found to be in a railroad station in London.
Paddington, yeah.
He's the one. Yes, this Spanish dish is made in a frying pan with saffron, rice, vegetables, meat, and that was paella. 10 correct. 100 points came your way. Okay, Trinity, was this a break for you? Well, we're going to find out shortly with potpourri and potpourri to the X.
I don't know. I think about potpourri, so.
Potpourri to the X.
Potpourri to the X. X is the Roman numeral for 10. For 10 points each, identify these people, places, and things whose names all end in X. Allie, I take your answer as the team's answer. Ethan and Alex are ready to help you along. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck to all three of you, and here we go. In Chicago, they're white. In Boston, they're red.
Socks.
Socks is correct. The number 30 in Roman numerals.
XXX.
Correct. It's another name for your voice box.
Mailbox. Mailbox.
Larynx, the Latin word for peace.
Pax.
Pax is correct. To bend, especially a muscle.
Flex.
Flex is correct. In grammar, it's how sentences are put together.
Syntax.
Syntax is correct. There's a statue of this mythical creature near Giza, Egypt.
Sphinx.
Sphinx is correct. The word can follow progressive, luxury, sales, and income.
Tax.
Tax is correct. A rectangular array of numbers, or movies starring Keanu Reeves is
Matrix.
Matrix is correct. This dinosaur was the tyrant king lizard.
T-Rex.
T-Rex, yes, the most famous tragedy by Sophocles.
Pass.
Oedipus Rex, the 2 days a year when the day and night are equally long.
Equinox.
Equinox, yes. The three branches of Judaism, Reform, Conservative, and
Orthodox.
Orthodox, yes, the symbol of the Christian religion.
Crucifix.
Crucifix, yes. Red Cloud, Crazy Horse, and Sitting Bull belong to this tribe.
Sue.
Sue is correct. To a chemist, it's a lipid. It was an ester of fatty acid, or you do this to shine your car, and that's wax. So 13 correct came your way. 240 to 270. It's time now to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. During our break, our teams will wager 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of Seinfeld. What a great category. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when WGAL 8 Brainbusters continues in just a moment or two.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL 8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome back. Boy, Trinity took a slight lead of only 30 points in the 60-second Team Lightning Round, but everything can change now because here comes today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams wagered 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of Seinfeld. Let's head into the News 8 newsroom with Joe Calhoun. He has today's question. Joe, welcome to Brainbusters.
Thanks, Rich. Now for your bonus Brainbuster question. At a funeral, Timmy asked George Costanza if he had just done something with his chip. George replied, "So," and repeated the behavior with another chip. What is the alliterative phrase that describes what George did? Again, at a funeral, Timmy asked George Costanza if he had done something with a chip. George replied, so, and repeated the behavior with another chip. What is the alliterative phrase that describes what George did? Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio A. Rich?
Thank you, Joe. I like this question. Let's see how our teams do. Good luck. We'll give you about 5 seconds. Okay, we all said we're going to wait for Ellie to close her pen. Okay, and we always start, Hannah, we start with your side of the set, so if you'll kindly show us your response. Double dipped. You are correct. Good for you. 25 points is being added to your score. Ellie, did you come up with double dipping? Crunch the chip. No, it's incorrect. So we're going to have to deduct 25 points from your score. Boy, that could make a difference. 265 to 245. It's still anybody's game. It's now time to head into today's final frenzy. This time we have 20-point questions. Puck is serving to Oberon and Titania, the king and queen of the fairies. Alex.
Midsummer's Night Dream.
You are correct. This river pours more than 10 million cubic feet of water into the Atlantic Ocean every second. Nicholas.
The Mississippi?
No, sorry, that's incorrect. It flows so great that dilutes the ocean 100 miles from the coast. What is this great river, Trinity? Ellie.
The Columbia River?
You're both incorrect. It's the Amazon. Orr was crazy. He could be grounded. All he had to do was ask, and as soon as he did, he would be no longer crazy and would have to fly more missions if he flew them. Ellie.
Catch-22?
Correct. It's the bright star in the tail of Little Bear, Ursa Minor. What star is it? Nicholas.
The North Star?
There, you are correct. In 1964, an alleged attack by North Vietnamese gunboats on U.S. naval craft in this body. Nicholas.
Gulf of Tonkin?
Correct for 20 points. The Chinese make up less than 5% of the population, but control more than a third of the economy, most of it in the city of Jakarta on the island of Java. Chemo.
Mongolia.
Oh, no, sorry. Ethan. Indonesia. In the 465th and last proposition of the elements, Euclid demonstrated that there could be no more regular or platonic solids than were already known. How many is that? Ollie.
3.
No, sorry, incorrect. Ephrata. Chemo.
5.
5 is correct. He designed stained glass windows for the Chicago Art Museum and mosaics and tapestries for Israel's parliament. Who was this 20th century Russian artist? We stumped you on Chagall. He lost to FDR in 1944 and then to Harry Truman. Alex.
Herbert Hoover?
No, sorry. And then to Harry Truman in 1948. Nicholas.
Dewey?
Dewey is correct. One of the most beautiful of the illuminated manuscripts of the Middle Ages is the 8th century Book of Kells. In what Celtic country was it created? Ellie.
Ireland?
Ireland. When asked what nature tells us about its creator, a scientist once replied, an inordinate fondness for these creatures of order Cleop. Alex. Beatles is correct. At the Nuremberg trials in 1946, this Nazi leader said, I was allowed for many years of my life to work under the greatest person that my people produced in the 1,000-year history. I regret nothing. Who was Adolf Hitler's deputy Fuhrer? Hannah.
Eichmann?
He is incorrect. Sorry about that. No. Trinity. Allie.
Himmler?
No, it was Rudolf Hess. He was originally a corn god whose fertility cult spread through ancient Egypt. His image, Allie.
Pan.
No, sorry. His image, made into a bag of seeds, was buried to encourage the crops, creating the myth of death and rebirth. Who was this Egyptian god? Chemo.
Ra?
No, sorry, it was Osiris. Created by Dennis Ritchie of Bell Labs in 1972, it was first used as a systems language for Unix. What is this structured programming language with one letter name? Nicholas.
Binary?
No, sorry. Ellie. C is correct. He played himself in the 1950 Billy. Ooh, that sound takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. Ellie with that correct answer. Trinity will return for round 2, but we hope to see you in just a moment or two.
Scorekeeping for WGAL8 Brainbusters, presented by Jennings College Consulting, where students discover the right college fit for the future. We'll return after this. Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Wow, congratulations to both of our teams for a fantastic game. By one question, Trinity is going to return for round 2. We say goodbye to Ephrata, but man, they were competitive, and we thank you so much for participating. We still have some more teams to meet. Coming up on the next WGAL8 Brainbusters, Penn Manor and Bermudian Springs, and we haven't seen them for a couple of seasons, so we're really eager to welcome them to Studio A. We hope to have the pleasure of your company as well. Thanks for spending part of your day with us, and we'll see you next time. So long for now.